Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. This is the show where we discuss trending news and thought provoking topics from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. Look, so excited to be joining you here on this awesome day. I hope you all are having a great one. A lot to impact on this program today. We're going to be speaking about a collegiate sprinter who literally met all the requirements to compete in the upcoming Summer Olympics held in Paris. He's a sprinter, and he was denied. So we're gonna impact that. Stephen A. Smith, famous sports journalist in general, host of the Stephen A. Smith Show, which is a digital streaming podcast, very popular. He's also very well known of being the lead on the sports debate program on ESPN First Take, which is one of their highest rated shows. So he was offered a huge amount of money by from ESPN, from Disney, to stay on the network. So we're going to talk about that. Also, a controversial reality TV preacher. He makes headlines after a comment he mentioned on a reality reunion show that he was on. Also, Jennifer Lopez, the one and only actress, singer, entrepreneur, just all around entertainer, uh, has been urged to go country. And you're probably like, wait, what? Arrington, what are you talking about? Yes, she has been urged to go country, y'all. So we got some interesting stories to discuss today. Before we get it going, hey, look, you can see it scrolling down at the bottom if you're watching this episode right now. But if you're listening to us, I want to let you know that you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show digitally every on Monday through Thursdays at 7 p.m. We drop new episodes wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as on all streaming platforms. Okay, our YouTube channel is R Smooth Club Media. Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show. Our Facebook page is R Smooth Club Podcast. So you can check us out so many ways, as well as on X, our Smooth Club Media, or RSC Media. You could just type it in and you'll find us on X. And then you can listen to us at our new home, WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. Yes, you can tune into the show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. So excited to be a part of that great and growing station. Shout out to the Metro Atlanta area, our friends out there. So we are continuing to grow. Oh, and excuse me. Also, you can watch us on a streaming channel, Our Brand TV, Our Brand TV, OUR Brand TV on Roku. It's a mobile app as well. Whether if you have an Android or an iPhone, you can also watch us online at ourbrandtv.com. So multiple ways you can tune out. And you can check that out on demand. What else? As well as ESPTV on Facebook, as well as ESPTV on EarnestSmithProductions.com. So episodes drop on those platforms Saturdays and Sundays, I believe, at 7. So multiple ways you can tune into the program. And yes, we're just here to continue to grow the audience, grow listenerships, continue just having a great conversation with you all. And that's what I love, why I love doing this, because all this is a conversation, catching up with you all, keeping you all up to speed on things, and just kicking back and just you know chillaxing, sharing our thoughts on so much stuff going on in our world. We are a very independent grass. We continue to grow, and yes, so we have a lot to go on throughout this show. When we Before we go on, I'd like to thank Rugged Evolution Beard Care, one of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth is their slogan. They are an all natural men's grooming line with 17 scented almost over 17 scented beard oils, beard balms, conditioning shampoos, you name it, they have it. So for all you facial hair sporters out there, men looking for a new great product, I highly recommend Rugged Evolution Beard Care. For more information, you see the website on the screen if you're watching this, but if you're listening to us, you can tune in. You can check them out at www.ruggedevo.com. That's ruggedevo.com. Rugged is the new smooth. So be sure to check them out. They are a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. We truly appreciate them and thank you for their continuous support of the program. Without them, none of this is possible. Let's see here. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll get it started with our first story of the day. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here with more of the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't change that dial.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Rugged is the new smooth. Don't you just love that? So, first story of the day. Let me get it going. With our first story of the program. I mentioned about a controversial TV preacher. So I don't know if y'all have heard about this. Hold on, let me go ahead and find it. Nope, that's not what I want. I don't have some technical difficulties. All bear with me. Let's see. Let me get that off. There we go. I tell you, man, technology, you gotta love it. So controversial minister, his name is Bishop Ron Gibson. Bishop Ron Gibson is the star of the popular reality TV show called Preachers of LA. Very controversial show. I remember when it first came out, a lot of known ministers had criticized it, as they should, because I'm a believer. I'm a Christian, raised in a Christian household, raised around the church, attended private Christian schools. So let's just say, hey, I that's always been my my following, my calling. And what has been interesting, what I've caught lately is there's a lot of crookedness that occurs in the church, and it's sad because and this is what a lot of religions, when it or either like uh 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 you know motivational speakers, trying to teach something to someone who is very uh naive, very living on hard times. So it's like, okay, they look to them for guidance and listens whatever they say. And it's sad because these people will give themselves their full undivided attention. If they say jump, they'll go jump. If they say, hey, look, I need this amount of money to donate to go towards a private jet so I can continue to preach the word and stuff, they'll do that. We have ministers like that. Okay. We have mega ministers that have made millions and millions. And I'm sorry, but if your line of work is a somewhat of a nonprofit, okay, you get a lot of tax write-offs and things like that, but you're rolling in the nicest vehicles, you're living in the biggest homes, I'm sorry, I look at you differently. Now there are very well-known ministers that I highly respect, okay, and I truly believe like they are a man of God, and they are doing it for the for the greater good. And it's just it's sad because it's sad because guys, um they become opportunists, right? They do all this stuff for themselves. They do a lot of They do a lot of this stuff for their personal benefit. So again, when the Preachers of LA was first created, it was a show that documented the life of ministers in the Los Angeles area. Some of them were well-known, long-standing ministers with decades of experience. Some were up-and-coming ministers. Some were controversial, right? They shared their personal lives. They've argued back and forth. Like it was. I don't like reality TV show in general, to be honest. I feel like it's very trashy. I feel like it's all of this shows is just the negative stuff about people, and it's scripted. Okay, it's not even real. It's not even it's not a reality. It's fake TV. And but controversy sells and it makes money, so they show grown people arguing, fighting, coming to blows, and it's disgusting. I can't stand it. But to read a little more about this, this is titled, okay, I'm reading this article. Reality TV preacher faces backlash for choosing first class and leaving his wife in coach. Okay, yes, leaving his wife in coach. So it says here, on a Preacher's Wedding Edition, star Bishop Ron Gibson says his wife would sit alone in coach if he was offered only one first class seat. And he wasn't joking. I can see if he wanted to get a little chuckle and be like, I'm gonna take that seat, I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, but this man was very serious. So it says here, during the wedding edition reunion, Bishop Ron Gibson stirred controversy when he said his wife would sit alone and coach if they were flying together and offered only one first class seat. The reality TV fans might remember Bishop Gibson from his stint on Oxygen's Preachers of LA, which aired in 2013 and ran for 2 seasons. The cast was recently picked up by Merge TV, and the outlet aired a season of Preacher's Wedding Edition that updated viewers on the subject's lives. During the Preacher's reunion, which aired in April 2024, Bishop Gibson made his opinionated remarks clear about sending his wife to coach. Says here, castmate Bishop Noel Jones, asked how Bishop Gibson would handle the debatable situation. Then Gibson, who's 69 years old, grown man, by the way, y'all, sat up and said, brother, if I was on a desert island and it was nothing but a box of peanuts, do you think I'm giving her a whole box of peanuts? I mean, and this lady's still with him. I mean, she don't mind, coach. I do. Gibson continue, who leads Life Church of God in Christ in Riverside, California. I can't sit up there like sardines, he added, before later alleged he has claustrophobia and saying the man was created by God first. Okay, so he's claustrophobic, so he only so I'm curious, when he didn't have a lot of money, did he fly first class because of his claustrophobia, excuse me? See, this is the BS that I'm talking about, y'all. Please, 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 you know, do your own research, pay attention, pay close attention, especially if you're a person that is searching for a home church, and regardless of which religion you represent, because I respect all religions. I'm just giving you my point of view. For me, I look to the heart. I look at how their character is. It is very important to have that person sending the right message that you look to with guidance, and following the word. And it's just a lot of people, it's just money over morals, man. It's greed. Like, this man, you see this picture I have, if you're watching this, you see the post I have here on the screen of this pastor at an award show sporting a fur coat. I mean, where in the world do you see, oh, this is a man of God? No, he's a flashy individual that is all about him. It is him and him only. He is only loyal to himself. And I'll let him know that. Like, he is loyal to himself. It's sickening. It's sad. I've encountered ministers and people like that in person who is very much into themselves, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. We live in a world right now, man, where people are suffering. People are really, really struggling, depressed, and they're looking for guidance. They're looking for some inspiration. They're looking for some wisdom. They're looking for advice. And when you see people are trying to say, okay, look, I have it's going to be a while before I get my check, so should I get it on food or clothes or pay my light bill? This guy's saying coach or first class. Which one to choose? I'll go with first class. Honey, you stay in the back and coach. Disgusting. So says here, Bishop Gibson's wife, First Lady Lavette Gibson, noted that she often books for the duo to fly first class together. Other cast members were seemingly dumbfounded and definitely in disagreement with Bishop Gibson's perspective. Pastor and gospel musician Dietrich Hatton was a part of that show too. I have my I'm back and forth with that as well too. I'm still back and forth with a lot of those preachers, being on a reality show. For me, show the good side. Just show all positive. If you want to show you and your family how you balance being a preacher as well as a musician, okay, I like that concept. But this whole thing it was interesting. But anyway, Bishop Dietrich Hatton told Bishop Gibson that his response didn't exemplify Christ's love. Bishop Jones' wife, Loretta Jones, directly called out Bishop Gibson. She said it's not whether she minds, she meaning his wife, it's inappropriate for a man to sit in first class and put his wife in the back. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Let's see here. So obviously social media went ham on it. Instagram users weighed in on the Bishop Gibson's remarks and how they came off at his wife's expense. Several commentators noted that they were judging Bishop Gibson just like the male preacher, just like the male preacher's castmates in the show was. One person wrote, "I'm definitely judging what happened to love your wife the way Christ loves the church." Meanwhile, others said sitting in first class and putting your wife in coach is crazy, and I would be embarrassed. I mean, y'all, what in the world? What in the world? And look, this story is just viral because of this individual coming out publicly and not shying away from his true thoughts on it, his true opinion. Trust and believe, he's not the only one. There's thousands of ministers, bishops that are just like this. Now, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying there are more people like this individual that is doing the same thing. Hell, there was a bishop out in I want to say Jersey, Bishop Whitehead. The gentleman went viral when he was on a live stream and he was so-called getting mugged during a live stream, and then it turned out it was all a stage act, and he was well, he was in jail before he started a church, and then he turns out to be put in jail, arrested, put in jail for about 9 years on fraud charges because he lied to his congregation, stole money from elderly members of his church. And I mean, and he's still crying wolf, saying he's an innocent man. Come on. This guy, y'all, Bishop Whitehead, I'm gonna tell you right now, this man probably had 50 members of his church. 50. He driving in a Rolls Royce. He has a mansion, everything custom Gucci, diamonds, this and that and the other. Like it's okay. Like it's okay. And it's not okay. It's disgusting, it's insulting to Christians, it's insulting to the religion itself, it's insulting to people who have worked hard, ministers who have worked hard through seminary school to change the narrative, and it's like it's all just getting twisted and turned with the future. So let me come back to this story involving this Bishop Gibson here. Let's see. It says here, okay, someone who defended Bishop Gibson said, I have flown coach plenty of times with my husband in first class. Sometimes there's just no no seats. There's no seats or one seat left. Flight delays and cancellations can also land you in coach. I'm always going to make sure the breadwinner and love of my life is comfortable. It's about respect. So to that person, I didn't leave a name or anything like that, but to respond on that, I understand when people say, "Hey, look, we want to treat the breadwinner or treat the sole provider of the household, uh, um, like a king or like a queen, right?" Now, regardless of how much you make, I could make more than my wife could make more than me. We're gonna treat each other as equal. We gotta treat them the way that they want to. I always want to, splurge and treat my queen the best, just like she treats me, right? But in a case like this, say I'm the breadwinner and it's up to one of us to, okay, boom, it's option this. One of y'all get first class seats and the other one gets coach seats. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna give my wife the first class seat. It's no hesitation. It's no hesitation. I'll be like, no, honey, you enjoy it. You enjoy that. I'll be back here. For one, it's actually pretty funny. So I'm the extrovert in the relationship. My wife is more of the introvert. She's a she loves people. She's not like rude or anything, but she's more like she's not as like sociable as I am. I'll have a conversation with random strangers just out the blue. And my wife be like, "Come on now, Aaron, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go." So that's how we're two different individuals, two different people. Um, but I would without hesitation, no, you take first class. I'll be in coach. Just if they give you like a filet mignon, if they give you a lobster dinner, could you get to go box and get me one too? Because peanuts gonna get old eventually. They got those good cookies and and some almonds and stuff like that. You up at first class having caviar and all that stuff. Save me a plate, could you? Could you put some in a napkin, walk in the back, pretend like you gotta use the bathroom, and then just drop it in my lap? Like treat your boy. I had to sacrifice. I made a I said we had to sacrifice and help a brother out, would you? But yeah, I had to start the show off with this first story because I wanted to bring that on the last show, but ran out of time. But again, in my final conclusion about this, man, just you really have to uh be aware of individuals, especially people that are so-called here to help lead you to a better journey, a better path. A lot of people will prey on the weak. Okay, a lot of people would prey on the weak, and they know that industry, that line of work is very lucrative. They make a lot of money from preying off the weak. And so all I can say is I keep it in prayer, but I also love to be upfront and you got to be smart. You got to have, I call it common sense university. You have to have that common sense ticker in your head that be like, no, hold up. There's something ain't right here. Something's a little iffy. Something's a little strange. Something doesn't make any sense. When you see, if you see anybody that acts to this point of, hey, it's all about me, I, stay away from those people, because why do you even want to have a relationship with them in the first place if it's always going to be about them? I really don't understand. Mm, really don't, y'all. I really don't. Okay, so we are gonna go. Let's see what we have next up here. Um, another proud supporter here of the Arrington Gavin show. Ingenious Gin. That's right. Ingenious Gin is a black owned, veteran owned gin, owned and operated by vets and my black owned three great men. Two of them I know personally, Reggie and Lawrence, who are part owners of this amazing brand. Look, for the gin connoisseur, gin explorer out there, I highly recommend Ingenious Gin. Should be added to your go-to list. It should be added to your bar. You should grab a bottle. I'm telling you, it's really good. I have always been and still am to this day, I'm more of a bourbon. I dab and deal in the tequila here and there, but once I had Ingenious Gin, I said, "Wait a minute, hold the phone, y'all on to something here. Y'all are really on to something." I had the opportunity to have the two guys on a previous podcast I did a few years back. They shared their story, how they got started. They fixed one of their their popular cocktails, gin royals. Okay. I'm gonna just tell you right now, at the end of that podcast, at the end of that conversation, them gin royals they were just we were yes, it was a lot. I can't even get the words out. There was a lot of gin royals. I lost count. Okay, that bottle was empty. But I say all that to say it is very good. Again, a rose gold gin. Have you ever even seen a rose gold colored gin? No, at least I haven't. It was my very first time. It is so smooth. It is great on ice. It's great neat. It's a great mixer. It's great. I mean, for those who are watching, you can see the amazing cocktails. I mean, their keywords they have here: phenomenal, luxury, elegant, amazing, sophisticated, and euphoric. And all of those are extremely true. It's a great gin, an intelligent spin on the original gin, infused with the absolute best and natural ingredients to create a smooth taste for that gin explorer and the gin connoisseur. I'm telling you, it is awesome. So please do me a favor, go to your local ABC or spirit stores in your area, grab yourself a bottle of Ingenious Gin. And if not, if you want to go online, you can at www.ingeniousgin.com. Again, that's www.ingeniousgin.com. Be sure to grab yourself a bottle. I'm telling you, it is amazing. Once you're gonna have the first one, you're gonna be like, all right, look, I gotta have a second one. So we're gonna come right back, hear more on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere and do not change that dial. All right. That's right. Ingenious Gin. Thank you so much for being the prospector of the Arrington Gavin Show. That's right. Be sure to drink responsibly. Let's see. Next story, y'all. I mentioned in the beginning intro here. A collegiate sprinter denied of Olympic spot. Yes. HBCU's own Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold. Olympic sprinter, a sprinter out of Norfolk State University says he is being denied his earned spot in the Olympic trials because of an error by the MEAC. All right, so let me pull up this graphic right here so I can give you a little more clarity on this story, y'all. Give me 1 second. So it says here, Kai. Let me get this up for you guys. Oh,
The havoc on the roads.
it's not what I want. Come back to that. Says here, Kai Cole, Kai Cole, scorched the 100-meter dash at the conference championship meet on May 8th, winning the MEAC title in a 10.05 seconds. Okay, the 100-meter dash in almost under 10 seconds. That's insane. That's insanely fast. Insanely fast. All right, I got it right here. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys one more time. Let me play this sound bite for you all. Let's see where you at. There we go. All right, so this right here is a soundbite from local news affiliate WVEC 13 News Now, and I'll play this for you.
At the MEAC Outdoor Track and Field Championships this year, Norfolk State sprinter Kai Cole ran a time fast enough to qualify for the U.S. Olympic trials.
But those trials begin today, and Cole will not be on the field. Connor Reel is here with more. Connor, what's going on?
Yeah, guys, the 10.05 meter dash for Cole at those MEAC championships. But now he feels like everything he worked for is crushed. Cole revealed on his Instagram that he won't be at the trials because the MEAC failed to sanction that track meet. Cole said he's tried to appeal the decision but was denied. Now, the MEAC released a statement this afternoon saying that it's due to USA Track and Field implementing policy changes this year that resulted in the event not being sanctioned, which makes those race times ineligible for Olympic trial qualification. The MEAC championships were held May 6th to 8th. We don't have a timeline on when the policy changes were implemented. But again, outside of all these logistics, we have an athlete who did everything he was supposed to do and doesn't get to reap the rewards of that work.
It just feels like everything I work for is just crushed. Like it's just gone. So it's just I don't really know. Like I believe I've kind of came to terms with it, but it's just like it still doesn't feel real. Like this actually happened.
You can feel the pain there, him trying to work through this situation. Coming up at 5, we'll talk about what Cole had to say about Norfolk State's role in all of this, and then Norfolk State today with a statement as well. We'll dive into that. For now, back to y'all.
Yeah, what a bummer. Thanks so much, Connor.
I mean, what complete just wow. I'm trying to think of words right now because the Olympics is every 4 years for one. Now, not saying he, let me phrase it. Yes, the Olympics is every 4 years. Track and field, I competed in track and field in high school, middle school, and loved it. I really did. I wish I could pursue it a little further, but hey, look, the Lord had a different path for me, and I took it, and that wasn't the case for me. But I had a lot of close friends in track and field. I know a lot of people in track and field. That is a sport where it takes years of training. Okay, years and years of training, years and years of proper dieting, years and years of practice to run a 100-meter sprint in almost under 10 seconds. Okay, very in the super low 10 seconds. You meet the freaking requirements, and because of an error on the people that were hosting the freaking conference, I'm really trying hard not to cuss right now, y'all, because we're fortunate to be we're listening to multiple stations and outlets right now, so I'm really trying to hold my tongue because it's disgusting that this gentleman earned and met all the requirements it takes to compete in the Olympic trials. You're telling me that that's not the case? So I was reading a little more about this, and for those who are unfamiliar with the MEAC is, okay, the MEAC is the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. It's a collegiate athletic conference whose full members are historically Black colleges and universities in the southern, eastern, and mid-Atlantic of the United States. Its participants is in the National Collegiate Athletic Association, Division I, and football, and it's the FCS. Okay, FCS. Now the MEAC consists in only 8 schools. Looks like here only 8 schools. Let's see here. Yes, so only 8 schools for men's track and field, outdoor and indoor. Those schools are Coppin State, Delaware State, Howard, Morgan State, Norfolk State, North Carolina Central, South Carolina State, UMES. I don't even know what. University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Ha! I wish they would have said that, but yes, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Those are the schools that compete in the MEAC. But okay, let me read a little more about this. It says here, yes, he ran the 10.05 seconds. That mark hits the automatic qualifying time for the U.S. Olympic trials, which began, which is pretty much already in place. However, Cole somehow had disappointing news or received disappointing news. I want to let you all know that I won't be attending the Olympic trials this weekend. He stated in the statement on social media, as many of you know, I was supposed to be competing, but due to the MEAC's failure, keyword failure, MEAC, I hope you're watching. Should be a lawsuit in my opinion, but MEAC's failure to sanction our conference track meet, my qualifying time of 10.05 seconds was rejected by the USA Track and Field. Despite my best efforts to appeal the decision, it was denied, and unfortunately, my university did not support me in effort to get the ruling overturned. So now you got the MEAC, you got Norfolk State. This is the BS that kills me with historically black universities. It's always something that is a failure that occurs in HBCUs. HBCUs are some of the oldest institutions in the world, in the country. Okay, older than PWIs, predominantly white universities. It's older than PWIs. We hear a lot of stories. Recently you had students from Howard protesting because the living conditions was crappy. I know in some of the universities, Hampton. I know a lot of people out in the Hampton area that attend that school. They said living conditions, the food is not that great either. But yet it's a private institution. They're paying almost 50 grand a year. All universities are expensive, but you have all this stuff, but you don't support student body. You don't take care of them. Like, what are you doing then besides accepting donations, endowments, and grants, and all this other crap? Talking about this, talking about that. What are you doing? Shame on you, NSU. And NSU hits home for me because majority of my family attended NSU, graduated. They're Spartans. I took a summer class at NSU. I worked at a radio station on NSU's campus. I still do a lot of work with NSU, but this is a failure to, you have to move on. This man met the requirements. For one, can you imagine the publicity you get when one of your own competes in the Olympics? What if he would have made it far? He could have qualified and become the Olympic a gold medalist. He could have placed for you just don't know what the future could hold for him. And now that's all coming to an end because of basically corporate's failure to sanction probably the most easiest requirement that they needed to do, and someone on that back end should get fired. I'm telling you, this story is gonna really blow up into a bigger story than it is now. I hope they continue to speak more on this because this is insane. This is insane. He also stated opportunities like this don't come around very often, so for this to be stripped away from me is truly heartbreaking. And you heard it right there in the interview he did on the local news outlet. He's come to a peace with it, and it's unfortunate, but he was at a loss of words. Um, I'm reading this actually on his. This is reported on X on his site. To Fly Kai, the number 2, and then Fly Kai. It says here, out of the 5 years of putting my all into Norfolk State's track and field, it is unfortunate that this is the way my journey has to end. Being a multi-time champion in the MEAC conference and three-time school record holder is upsetting that this was out of my control. Damn shame, man. Just a damn shame. He thanked his coach, his coaches, and most of all, Coach Price, for your all-out effort to fight for me. This is, oh man, this really makes you want to cry. It really does. It really does. It really does. I'm not gonna let this story go. I'm gonna continue on this story. I want to continue to follow up with y'all, and I'll make sure to do so here on this program. I hope to actually get an interview with this gentleman. I know it'll be difficult. It will be difficult for him to to want to speak on this and kind of repeat the conversation, because the more it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I would definitely love to have a convo with this with Mr. Cole, Kai Cole. In my eyes is an Olympian. At that times is just wow. Okay. Um wow. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, because the MEAC failed. The MEAC failed you, Kai. Norfolk State failed you, Kai. You made both of them look great throughout your college track and field career. You helped make NSU look great. You helped make the MEAC look great. And look how they are returning the favor to you. Look how they are returning the favor to you. Extremely unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. And I hope that they continue to fight for this story. I really do. I really do, because this can happen to someone else. And wow. I'm at a loss, y'all. I really am at a loss. Let's see what we have going on here. Let me go ahead and what do I want to do right now? Okay, hey, look, let's kind of change up the scene a little bit. Let's change up the scene. Let's come to our question of the day. Okay, so the question of today here on the Arrington Gavin Show is, would you date someone with more than 3 kids? The question is, would you date someone that has more than 3 kids? And you're probably wondering, well, Arrington, where are you getting with this? Why did you bring this up? So, famous R&B singer Kiki Wyatt was viral with her apparently new boo. This is the second time that she's been seen with a new man, and it's official. It's official. She's like, she's proud about it. She's like, yeah, he's my new boo, this and that and the other. Now, it's to my knowledge that she is not divorced, but apparently her and her soon-to-be ex-husband is not on good terms, and they're going their separate ways, yada, yada, yada. So, to give you a little more about her, Kiki Wyatt, she has a total of 9 kids, gave birth to all 9 of them too, and she's just 42 years old. She gave birth to 9 kids. 9. Okay. 9 kids. Now, I love my wife. I think I think if, say, we rewind back time and we started dating and I found out that she had a kid, it would be difficult. And I'm just saying have 1 kid. If she had 1 kid, it will be a difficult process, right? Because dating somebody and that has a child, I mean, the dating process is not that bad, but then if it gets really serious, you're like, ooh, now you gotta, you are inheriting parental position now. You are inheriting a child. Becoming a parent is a tough I mean, we're not parents. We have nieces and nephews. But we just have a dog, and he's a huge responsibility. Okay, he's a huge responsibility. But in my mind, I'm like, well, imagine if I was dating my wife and I found out she had 9 kids. I'd be honest. Hell no. I'm not, 9 kids. Now, look, Kiki Wyatt has money. She's successful. She's taking good care of all of them. Their kids are taken care of, and this and that and the other. This man looks very successful. Yada yada yada. Like, the first thing that comes about is, okay, can you afford all 9? All right, that's the first thing. Can you afford kids? 2, being that, say if you're dating someone with a child, you have to now build a relationship with that child's parent. If that child's parent is in their life, or you have to put on a new role of a father or of a mother, or just guidance of that child. It's a lot. That's a huge responsibility. So again, the question of the day is, would you date somebody with more than 3 kids? Because I felt like a kid is kind of an easier response than more than 3 kids. I mean, in this case with Kiki Wyatt, she's dating somebody. He's dating a lady that has 9 kids. Go figure. 9 kids. So please leave a comment on our YouTube channel, or you can DM me at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, or anywhere. Just contact me, and I want to get your thoughts on that. So let's go to we're gonna go take another break, but before we do that, look, we gotta acknowledge another a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. Another one of our great sponsors, Mr. Bernardo Johnson. Shout out to Bernardo's Menswear. Okay, Bernardo's Menswear is an amazing store that you can go to get your business casual attire, your formal attire. I mean, it's an awesome shop. I've gotten shoes there. I've gotten a lot of dress shirts, suits, seersucker suits. I mean, it is great. The material is great. It fits like a glove. I'm telling you, Miss Bernardo knows, when it comes to style, and he hooks your boy up a lot. If you are located anywhere near the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, okay, if you're located in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, I highly recommend to go down to downtown Norfolk to MacArthur Mall, in the heart of downtown Norfolk and MacArthur Mall. First floor. The first floor, you'll catch Bernardo's Menswear. I mean, you see all these amazing, look at all that amazing stuff that he has there. And so, yeah, check him out. Visit him on the first floor, Bernardo's Menswear. And look, no worries, because you can shop online if you're not in the Hampton Roads area and you can't make it to the shop. Look, you can shop online. The website right here is www.bernardosmenswear.com. Again, that's bernardosmenswear.com. And if you arrive at the store, tell him Arrington sent you. He will hook you on up. You have a great service, and all the above is awesome. So I want to thank Bernardo's Menswear, being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. Could not do it without them. So we're gonna catch another commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere, and do not change that dial.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, family. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Look, next story I thought was pretty interesting. The one and only Jennifer Lopez. That's right. Jennifer Lopez is urged to go country. Out of all genres, she's been urged to go country. So let me read a little more share this with you. Let me find this. Okay, so one thing I've started seeing lately is TMZ, the very known, popular paparazzi entertainment show, TMZ, they've been producing a lot of documentaries, right? They produced a documentary about Diddy's downfall with his career right now. They've done one recently. TMZ investigates J-Lo and Ben missed warning signs. So during that documentary, the founder of TMZ, the boss, he has been doing sit down interviews with people. So I'll read this article. This is actually on TMZ. It says here Jennifer Lopez needs to pull a Beyonce and go country. That is, if she wants her career to avoid the same end as her marriage to Ben Affleck. So says an industry vet. John Peters, who produced Jen's 95 film Money Train, has a plan of action for the triple threat star to rake in the money after she blew through millions on her wedding and $60 million house. And he details it all in a TMZ new Hulu doc called J-Lo and Ben Missed Warning Signs. Sounds like a very corny documentary, but hey, might be good. So it says here, John thinks Jen could easily pivot into the country music scene, getting assistance from the likes of Shania Twain and other legends in the game, whom he thinks would welcome J-Lo with open arms. Ditto for the Grand Ole Opry, according to him. So first and foremost, I'm not too familiar with this guy. For one, it says here he produced a film. So I'm trying to figure out what is how does like where's his expertise comes in making the suggestion of her career on the music standpoint. Like if it was like film wise, okay, but where's your like do you have a big enough voice to urge one of the biggest entertainers in our time to go from one music genre to another? I don't think so. So I really don't trust your judgment, John. But but hey, she's an entertainer. She can do all genres. I'm not suggesting that J-Lo's not talented enough to cross to other genres. Me personally, I'm a huge fan, but I was never really a fan of her. Music wise, she got a couple of bops. Don't get me wrong. Like early years, her and Ja Rule, made a hit. So I mean, like, okay, it's some bops, some good party songs, but country, think about it. I'll think about it. John believes in this so much he's willing to open his wallet and fund the move himself. Oh, how nice, John. So for more about this documentary is already available on Hulu. TMZ investigates J-Lo and Ben missed warning signs. I mean, a true paparazzi company, because for one, who cares when it comes to people's personal life, right? Now, obviously I'm a little biased because I shared a lot about this R&B singer Kiki Wyatt. I could be biased here and there. I choose most of the time not to interfere or not to talk about people's personal marriages and things like that. But hey, I try to keep you up to speed on on the trending topics. But this guy looks like he is I don't know about John, but I mean it's hey, it started a conversation. Jennifer Lopez moved to Nashville. Nah, couldn't work out. Couldn't work out. I don't know about a Nashville for J-Lo, but it is an interesting story. It is an interesting conversation to think about. And hey, look, you don't know what the future holds for J-Lo. I know she recently canceled her tour, which really wasn't doing so sharp. She put a lot of money in on like it was a documentary. She had a tour, and it was the thing is, I think J-Lo saw how beneficial and profitable it was for like people like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, but I'm sorry, J-Lo is nowhere near, to me, their level. She's highly successful, but Taylor Swift success and Beyonce success is on a whole nother spectrum. They're on a whole nother level. Whole nother level. If you disagree with me, please hit me up. Let me know why am I wrong? What am I saying that's wrong? Aaron, you are completely blasphemous. This is wrong on your look. She is equally as great as them. Please, if she is, prove to me how and why. Well, more like how is she? And explain why am I wrong. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion. J-Lo is nowhere near on that level. So I say all that to say when she went on a huge tour, and it was still in the same period, Taylor Swift, Beyonce was on their tours, and J-Lo's tour was not succeeding. It was not selling. It was not doing great. And so she she canceled it. Unfortunate, that's money lost for her. But it's it's not looking too sharp right now. There's a lot of speculations about her relationship with actor Ben Affleck, which they were in a relationship before, and so yeah, so that is that with the J-Lo situation. So we will I'll check out the documentary. I'll follow up more on this one and come back to it on the next show here on the program. But before we jet, I do want to share this story about Stephen A. Smith. As I mentioned before, Stephen A. Smith, the famous sports journalist and journalist in general, media personality, host of the Stephen A. Smith Show, which is a digital streaming platform you can catch right now. It's awesome. I highly recommend. A good friend of mine is actually a producer for the show, and then he's very well known of being the lead on the hit sports debate show First Take on ESPN's show, probably highest rated program on ESPN. It says here he was offered y'all a whopping $90 million deal over 5 years to remain on the network because his contract will be coming up to a close very soon. And I think with that 90 million, he's looking at an annual about 19 million a year, $19 million a year. Now I remember before his contract previously was around like I think 10 million a year, which at that time made him the highest person on ESPN, and well deserved too. Because I mean, without Stephen A. Smith, First Take will not be it would not be at the level of popularity as it is now. But he's reportedly looking for at least 25 million a year. Stephen A. Smith wants them big max NBA max contracts. That's what it's looking like right there. He wants those big max deals. Let me read a little more about that. Yes, says here they're hoping that he can stay with the network and not leave, because in all honesty, Stephen A. Smith can make more money outside of ESPN. He already has created a huge platform and popularity and a voice in the sports media world, in media in general. So he's one of those guys. He could leave the network and go independent and be extremely successful because he can do what he want to do. He already has a fan base, whether you like him or you don't. He's extremely popular. His voice matters when it comes to sports and all the above in sports, basketball, football, you name it. Even in politics, I tune into his show and he talks about everything, and is very interesting. I'm a huge fan of Stephen A. Smith. But look, I will continue talking a little more about Stephen A. Smith on the next show, y'all. We are actually running out of time, but be sure to tune to the Arrington Gavin show digitally every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. on all digital and streaming platforms. Also, you can check us out on WDJY 99.1 FM Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. and as well as on Our Brand Media TV on demand. Okay, Our Brand Media TV on demand on Roku, OurBrandTV.com, and this is a mobile app, so there's multiple ways you can check the Arrington Gavin show. See you next time. Stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out.